What's poppin', players? Welcome back to a Two Penny Games cast review. This time, a movie review of one Uncharted, the movie.
I'm scared.
The movie. We watched the Uncharted movie, boys. I'm your host, Tavin Bothel, here with my good friend and co-host, Connor Elliott. Say hello to the people, Connor.
Hello.
And with our first time on video on the podcast here, we've got our good friend, Philip Shoemaker. Say hello to the people, Phil.
Hey, what's up?
He's been here before.
I'm scared.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just got back from watching the Uncharted movie. And don't worry, this review will be spoiler-free up to a point. Eventually, we'll make it very clear. We'll say, hey, this is the spoiler bit. If you haven't seen it, go away. And you care about spoilers, go away. But if not, if you have seen it, you just want to stick around to hear the details, what we actually liked, what we didn't like, all the little tiny little bit things, that'll be for you down there at the end. Also, it'll give us a reason to just, get to talk about the movie, because we didn't say anything really on our way out the theater outside of one or two things.
Trying to preserve the thoughts.
The thoughts, the conversation, make it natural. The gameplay you're seeing is of Uncharted 3. That's from our show Hype. Have you ever played HYEP, which me and Phil do every Tuesday today at 2 p.m. Central Time, twitch.tv/2pennygames. This footage this is the first time you've ever seen this footage on YouTube if you've never seen that footage, because it's just been sitting on a hard drive for a couple months. Anyways.
Nice shot of Phil dying. Very nice.
Phil, we're actually working our way through your first playthrough of Uncharted 4 right now.
Yeah.
Which you will eventually see in After the Hype Review 4. But come join us, twitch.tv/2pennygames, Tuesday, 2 p.m. Central Time, for the finale of that in the next week or two. Gentlemen, I would say that I am probably the biggest Uncharted fan at the table.
Yeah.
I've played...
Probably accurate.
I've played every game except for the shitty little mobile games. So I've played the Lost Legacy, I've played all the numbered ones, and I've played Golden Abyss. I like me some Uncharted, man. I've got platinums for all of them except for Golden Abyss because it's hard.
I bet you're the best Uncharted player, like you just said.
Oh,
he's the biggest fan.
I'm the biggest fan.
No, I think I heard best.
Okay, yeah, here we go with the jackass. So, Connor, you've played all the number ones. Phil, you're working your way through the numbered ones.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna start this off with my thoughts, my opinions on that there Uncharted movie.
Fucking 1%er.
I know, right? Yeah, taking my spot. You know what? I liked this movie. I didn't love this movie, but I did like this movie. I thought it was fun. I thought it was a good time. I thought it was actually worth the price of admission for a movie theater ticket. This is definitely one of the best video game adaptations that we've got. Top, I don't know, 3 or 4 for me personally. But the 2 or 3 ahead of it are well ahead of it. But, especially in the last decade, I would say this is probably the best video game movie we've ever gotten. As a movie on its own, I think it's fine. I think it holds up. I think it's got some fun parts and moments, and I definitely wouldn't pay for the DVD. I wouldn't buy a DVD, or I wouldn't buy the VOD for it through your Googles or your Amazons or whatever. But if it was on TV, I was chilling around the house, nothing to do, sure, I'll throw it on. Me and my buddies having a couple drinks, just kind of chilling, looking for some type of movie to watch. Yeah, sure, let's throw on the Uncharted movie. Who gives a fuck? And then we'll cue in for the action bits and then cue out for the non-action bits.
Look at this part. Oh.
Yeah. That being said, very clearly, this movie is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination.
No. If you go into this with trying to think cognitively and doing that, you're not going to have a very good time.
I would say, Phil, maybe you would agree with this, and you too, Connor, because we've actually you're a fan now. This is probably one of the better Fast and Furious movies, you know what I mean?
It tops a lot of them.
It tops a lot of them, but it doesn't top all of them.
No, not Fast 5.
Not by a long shot.
Not 5, 6.
Not 5, 6, 7.
Maybe even 8, but it's in that range though of watchable.
I'll give it better than 1, 2, 3, maybe 4.
No, this is better than 4. This is better than Fast and Furious 4.
4 is...
I think this is better than 7. Anyways, we're getting in the weeds about something that nobody cares about. But yeah, very specifically, my personal grievances are, Mark Wahlberg is Mark Wahlberg in this movie. If you go in expecting Mark Wahlberg to have even looked up the cutscenes to see how Victor Sullivan acts, he didn't do that. Guys,
he said Sonny a lot. The most he did.
Jesus Christ. No, he was very much Mark Wahlberg turning into Mark Wahlberg performance. However, he did have good chemistry with Tom Holland, who I think actually did pretty well in this movie. He's for this version of Nathan Drake, I think he did a solid job. He did occasionally dip into the Spider-Man, but I thought during the action scenes he moved like Nathan Drake.
I think there are two reasons that they got Tom Holland for this.
Yeah,
that's one for the name, obviously.
Yes.
MCU, fucking huge.
Yeah, big name.
Two, physicality.
Absolutely.
Like he's got it.
Yeah.
You know, he loves doing his own stunts.
Yep.
He loves running around doing parkour and shit.
All of that shows, and all of that's pretty fun.
It's good.
Yeah.
Tom Holland had some good physical acting going on throughout the entire movie.
Yeah,
I thought so. Yeah, I enjoyed Tom Holland a lot, and I enjoyed the cast around him. I even enjoyed Mark Wahlberg, but I had to detach in my fan brain Mark Wahlberg from Sully.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a separate character.
Yeah,
essentially.
This is Victor.
That's a great way to put it. This is Victor. Anyways, and probably my biggest grievance with the entire movie is that it's afraid to lean into what makes the games fun. All that iconography and stuff. Sure, at the end, I don't think it's a spoiler to say because it's in the trailer. At the end, yeah, Sully gets a fucking mustache and Nate's wearing the fucking baseball tee thing.
Yep.
But I have more specific grievances, specifically the music. They have access to the music because they use the music, but they use it so sparingly to where you may as well have just not done it. And granted, when it is used, it's used to pretty damn good effect. Every time it is used, I go, oh, they did it. And then they used their generic action hero main theme that they played throughout the entire movie and made me groan every time because it's not as good as the which is iconic at this point. So those are my two biggest issues with the movie. Mark Wahlberg's Mark Wahlberg. Music wasn't used. Other than that, you're getting yourself a pretty solid action movie. Not anything super memorable.
It's good fun.
But, you know, I didn't feel like I wasted my time in the Uncharted movie. And you know what? I would even go for another one, you know? I would like to see a sequel, maybe a trilogy. I would like to see more from the games put into those future movies. But, you know what, guys? Greatness from small beginnings. Mm-hmm. And I think
I want to see that train.
I do want, there were some more set pieces I want to see. There are characters I want to see. Anyways, Connor, tell me, what did you think of Uncharted the movie?
Better than any of the Resident Evil movies, first of all.
That's not a high praise.
In fact,
that's not a high praise.
It's a very low bar.
I think it's the highest bar because up until this point, the Resident Evil series was the best video game adaptation movies that were out there.
Some would say Mortal Kombat. I thought the Tomb Raider movie was okay.
There was a Tomb Raider movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
2018?
Well, there's technically 3 Tomb Raider movies, but I haven't seen the 2 with Angelina Jolie.
I haven't seen those either. I was talking about the one from 2018.
Yeah, which was...
Yeah.
It was meh. This is better than that.
This
is better than that. So if you like Tomb Raider, you'll like this.
Not a perfect movie. In fact, I wouldn't even say a particularly stand-out movie in many ways. But the thing that they needed to do baseline was make a fun action movie. Mm-hmm. They did that.
I'd say they succeeded in that. It was fun. Yeah.
All the action scenes were fun. The moments in between, the logic of how they came to certain bits would kind of just fall into place continuously throughout the movie.
But at the same time, like, that's Uncharted. Like, there's just, like, this is almost quite literally, like, they checked every box except for Sully and the music. They checked every box of what is Uncharted. They said it's this, and then they put that on screen.
Yeah, which adds to the faithfulness of the adaptation, even though I wouldn't say it's a super faithful adaptation overall. They add bits and pieces to make it like Uncharted, but make it also different in a way, so you're not just getting an Uncharted experience directly put on screen from the video games. I wouldn't see this movie again. It doesn't really seem like one that has a lot of rewatchability.
You don't want to crack open a few beers and throw on some Uncharted?
I'm not paying to see this movie
again.
No,
no, for sure. I'll rent it. Sure, fuck it, why not?
I would
not on my own time. Not like I'm not doing it myself. I would look for the streaming services first.
Yeah. But the benefit it has for being at least a fun action movie with characters that have good chemistry is the next movie that inevitably is probably going to be coming out. I'm like you guys said earlier, excited for that as well.
If it makes money.
Yeah.
So that's the main deal is they got to see what the box office does with this movie.
As far as the humor, I think the humor is really important because Nathan Drake is a comedic character. He bumbles through situations, or sometimes expertly, sometimes amateurishly almost, and he's able to throw out a lot of one-liners, a lot of quips. He's able to think fast on his feet with his words. The Nathan Drake in this movie did do that. You know, it wasn't... I couldn't really think of it really being as good as Nathan Drake's performance that was done by Nolan North.
Of course, but you know that
not a bar that always holds up.
5 games, you know, you're gonna have your
fall
stake
into
on
a character.
Yeah. Budget of $120 million. This Uncharted movie.
I was gonna say I thought you were looking up the budget there.
Yeah.
You know, the movie looked good. It didn't look gray. Some movies can come out gray looking, and
That's
especially
true, there was
nowadays.
color.
A lot of
It's got a
video
lot of
game
color.
movies for some reason always end up like grayish brown.
Yeah, they put some type of thing on it. They desaturize a lot of these movies a lot, and they didn't do that here.
Which especially helped during the big climactic scenes because it made everything pop and make it look. You kind of saw a lot of the details going on. There weren't really moments where I was questioning what was going on screen.
Ooh, I disagree.
Really? Wow.
I disagree.
No, I had a few of those.
Yeah.
I was like, how was this happening?
Yeah.
Why is this happening here?
Like which ones?
I'll say,
How did it happen? How did it get here?
and
Like,
this is actually a critique that I forgot until you just mentioned that. Probably my third biggest critique of this movie is the editing. I think the editing in this movie is atrocious. Now, from scene to scene transitions, I think they do some really clever scene transitions.
good.
But moment to moment, even in the simple dialogue scenes, the way the choices they make when they cut from character to character, like it just
like someone
bogged.
fell asleep.
Like I feel like I could have done better. And I'm an idiot who has a combined, I don't know, 15 hours of editing under my belt. Like sometimes I was just like, why did you choose to do that way? And I thought the third act fight scene, which was honestly one of the coolest scenes in the movie, was specifically, I was like, what the fuck is happening on screen right now? Because you are cutting so fast and so quickly, and you're not letting me see the action. And I think it was it was either to hide the B- choreography, or B was to make it seem more energetic and fast paced than it was.
Yeah.
And if it's option
Like,
B,
catch your eyes
if it's option B, that wasn't necessary.
No.
Anyways, Connor, continue.
Yeah. As I said before, it wasn't a standout movie, so there weren't really any elements of it that I can really take away from this and say, this is what video game movies going forward should be like. There's definitely higher bars that could be reached in this adaptation of media, but I did compare it earlier to Resident Evil, even though it has like very little. I mean, it's got cinematic scenes. I guess that's the one thing that's it shares in similarity with the Resident Evil movies. But
They filmed it on camera.
they filmed it on camera. That looks good. So it's nice to see where video games used to be. They were just automatically a joke whenever you see them. But now this has raised the bar a little bit more because at the very least you can just now make a fun video game movie. If you don't want to like go too far into it, be way too referencey, this is kind of a good thing to look at and
I
use as an example.
I think we're officially to directly compare it to superhero movies and comic book movies. I think we're officially in that mid 2000s era of video game movies. To me personally, where we've yet to have our Iron Man, but let's be honest, even Iron Man's not the best comic book movie ever. But we've yet to have, we're also not getting Superman 4s anymore or Batman and Robins anymore. At least not to the rate we were getting. Even the lesser video game movies of the last decade. I think of Tomb Raider, I think of Ratchet and Clank. And those weren't bad, but they weren't good. This one I think ranges from okay to good.
Yeah, it's I think it's pretty safe to say that anytime you are watching TV or watching some other movie and you see a trailer for a video game movie, the first thought in your head is oh god, why?
Sure.
I don't think this movie warrants the oh god. It's okay, it's fun, right? It was a good time.
I'll be honest, it gave me exactly what the trailer pitched.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
You get what you paid. You get what was advertised. There's no false advertising in this movie.
Good job, man.
Especially because they gave away the whole movie in the fucking
Pretty
trailer.
much, yeah.
Phil, as the new fan of Uncharted, currently working his way through the Uncharted 4, what did you think of Uncharted the movie?
There's a bunch of different set pieces that I realized that having recently played through a bunch of these games, I'm yeah, I remember playing through this.
Yes.
I remember this happening.
Yes.
I mean, sure, it was fun watching it, but it wasn't nearly as fun
as playing it.
when I had my hands on the controller.
I think that's That's specifically I felt about the plane scene.
Yeah.
The plane was way better in the game than it is in the movie,
way better.
and it's because you have your hands on it.
Way better.
The one unique set piece,
interactivity of it, you know.
the one unique set piece this movie has from the games, I think is dope. I think it's dope.
Yeah, it was really sick. As soon as it started, I was like, "Oh my god, they're doing this!"
Yeah.
And then you're like, "Okay, that's dope."
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, so continue.
I kind of lost my. I was saying, it's definitely not as fun as having your hands on the controller. You being in the driver's seat, riding. Obviously, there's no like horses alongside fucking convoys and like jumping on the shit like we're about to see in this footage. None of that, which is a fucking blast to play through. There's no train like we thought about, because we're saving those set pieces for the possible sequel, maybe, you know, if this movie does well enough. And like you both have said, I'm looking forward to seeing those if it happens, you know. I like seeing things that I experience in other ways, whether it be worse or better. Yeah. Like I like seeing different points of view on it, you know. This movie, you know, I'll agree saying that this is like definitely raising the bar for video game movies. I kind of just want it to stop. Video game movies in general, like,
because you'll never recreate the feeling of
exactly.
playing the video games.
It's not gonna happen.
My thing is, the Netflix Witcher show is good.
Yeah.
The Castlevania anime was good.
Mm-hmm.
It looks they're making all the right calls for the Last of Us HBO show so far. On paper, it all looks like it's coming together. We'll see. Mm-hmm. And yeah, sure, this wasn't great, but like this is about on quality with the original trilogy of Uncharted stories, and you know, stuff like, sure, it was more fun and exciting when it was fresh and it was new and it was me playing through it. Yeah. Because just that interactivity you can't get from a movie. But there were moments in this movie where I felt tense. I was like, oh, I know how this set piece is going to end because I played through it. But in this moment, I'm tense.
I felt really tense every time that child next to you would laugh at the wrong times.
Did you ever notice it would laugh? The kid would laugh when I laughed.
Well, when anyone else would laugh, they would go. They would
Yeah.
like, a second later.
What a theater, by the way.
Dude,
let's
oh my
take
God,
a pause and talk about our theaters.
Jesus.
Okay.
Christ.
What did you guys hear? Because at some point in the movie,
Yeah.
someone yelled a kid's name.
it was-
I guess Dylan, Danny.
I heard dad.
I heard daddy.
I heard fuck dad. And
Yeah,
then
I heard
and then
that.
moments later, hey, fuck all y'all. This movie fucking trash. I think it was some kid doing a goddamn TikTok trend or something.
It was something like that, but I don't think that the second part was in the theater. I think it was someone yelling into the door.
Yeah. I think it was the same guy though.
No.
It was the same kid.
Was it?
Yeah. Some like 13, 14-year-old kid. I think he's just doing a TikTok trend.
So one of them being on the left side, one of them being on the right side.
He had enough time to get to both sides.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like the first one was on the left side, the second.
Yeah. But I think it was the same kid both times.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
No, I was right with you.
So yeah, we had quite an experience of a theater, and we had some talkative kids who
Good
obviously
Lord.
liked the games, and every time something in the game would pop, I love that part.
I
I'm
don't
like, "All right, kid, whatever."
I don't know if they did, because there was literally a point where Drake is like coming back into his apartment, and then I heard someone say, "Who is that?"
That's funny.
It was like, dude, he was literally on screen like a minute ago. Like, not even.
No, I heard him say a couple parts. I love that part in the
Okay,
game,
okay.
or something. So it was a theater experience.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
god, I fucking hate opening nights.
yeah.
You get a certain kind of crowd.
I mean, it depends on the movie you get.
Yeah.
You know. But anyways, back to the movie though. I think they set out with a goal, and for the most part, they achieved their goal.
Yeah.
We talked about, the set pieces were fun and exciting and, even tense in some moments. With the exception of sometimes the special effects did fail. And it's like, I'm clearly looking at a fucking soundstage and they're on a blue screen and,
Yep.
I could basically see the fan blowing the air through
Yeah.
Chloe Frazier's fucking head.
Yep.
But, for the most part though, pretty solid.
I think this is like one of the, granted, I'm as a kid, you still have all the magic in like film, right? So,
Yeah.
like, you don't know that this isn't all actually happening in real time.
Yeah.
There was a moment in this movie that I was like, they like go through like a painting, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then the next scene, it's like, okay, I can absolutely see this an entire different day
Yeah.
shooting.
No, we are not even in the.
Yeah.
You were in a city, and now you're on a set.
And now you're literally on a soundstage.
Yeah.
Like I can totally see.
1000%. I know exactly which one you're talking about. Yeah. No, but I don't know, man. You turn your brain off a little bit, and to me, you just have. Maybe I'm cutting the movie too much slack. Maybe I don't know. But
there's probably some bias.
Maybe a little bit, but like. There's not a lot of boxes you have to check for an Uncharted movie.
I dislike this movie at all.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the time I had.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, I get that.
Fucking terrible theater and all.
It was the kids that drove me crazy. I was just like, oh Lord, with this fucking kid.
Every time it happened, I would look towards you. I was like,
I'm gonna let a kid be a kid, man. I'm just not gonna worry about it.
Just because it hasn't been said yet, I thought Chloe's performance was also good. She fit the character pretty well.
What's her name? Something Ali?
Yes. I'll look it up right here. But no, I agree with you. I liked her portrayal of Chloe. It wasn't the Chloe we know, but it was solid and it was well done, and she fit in the ensemble.
It felt very baby Chloe. Like,
yeah, sure, yeah.
It just feels like the whole cast has just aged down.
It really did. Yeah,
the exception of Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah,
I mean, Mark Wahlberg, he didn't seem like he didn't look that old to me. Like Sully to me looks like a much older guy than Mark Wahlberg.
Sophia Taylor Ali.
Yeah, Sophia Ali.
Antonio Banderas. I liked his performance quite a bit.
Yeah. I love rich megalomaniacs in movies as villains. I love that.
He was also. Why is Bryan Cranston listed here? He was.
What?
Guys, Bryan Cranston's not.
He would have been an awesome Sully.
He would have been. Now I'm mad.
Yeah. Bryan Cranston would have been a great Sully.
Not as much pull as a Mark Wahlberg though. You know.
Breaking Bad. Hello.
Mark Wahlberg's in billion-dollar franchises.
He's in Transformers.
Whoa!
Guys, we want to make money. Mm-hmm. Anyways, and also Mark Wahlberg has been tied to the Uncharted movie for over a decade. He was supposed to play Nathan Drake initially.
I'm glad he didn't.
I'm glad we didn't do that.
Man, that would have been worse with Mark Wahlberg, because Mark Wahlberg acts a certain way, and as we said, he acts like Mark Wahlberg in this movie. But if he had to take on the role of Nathan Drake, he would act like a Transformers character. He would literally act like his Transformers character.
And to cut Wahlberg some slack, he didn't deliver a bad performance in this movie. No. He just delivered exactly what you would expect.
Yeah, he played Mark Wahlberg.
He did, yeah. But, he had fun. It looked like he had fun, at least, and, like, he was engaged for the most part. You'll notice he didn't do any of the crazy action stuff.
No. Literally any action scene, he was like, not.
Yeah, I'm off to the side. Let the new kid do all the hard work.
He's like, yeah, I'll get choked.
Mm-hmm. Sure, yeah. Oh, I get to be in a little bit of a sword fight. Okay, sure. Whatever.
I'll wield a cutlass.
No, but I'll say, I thought the cast worked well together. They all had solid chemistry. I thought our villain was pretty damn solid. Checked all the boxes of Uncharted pulp action film set. Whatever.
Can we get into spoilers?
Yeah, we can absolutely get into spoilers.
Spoilers are beginning.
Spoilers beginning right now. So if you are watching, well, real quick before we do that, Philip, we'll go backwards now. Should people go see this movie in theaters?
If you like Uncharted, yeah.
There we go. Connor.
Yeah, I don't think you need to. If you're on the fence about seeing it, keep in mind it is a fun movie, but nothing else. So if you feel like you should spend money just to go see a fun movie, go see it.
I'm somewhere there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you got nothing better to do on a Saturday afternoon or something, you say, hey man, I'm gonna go see a movie, whatever. Yeah, catch a matinee, something like that. Hey man, yeah, sure, it's worth price of admission. Watch the trailer. You're getting exactly what you see in the trailer.
Yeah,
exactly what you see in the trailer. So if it works for you, or if it looks like, hey, it'll be a fun whatever, I'll kill 2 hours. There you go. You won't walk out disappointed. Mm-hmm. I think we should just leave it there. There we go. Yep. Uncharted movie review, gentlemen. Yeah. Now, let's officially jump into spoiler talk. So if you haven't seen the movie and you care about spoilers, might as well dip out right here. Phil, I'm going to let you go because you've been holding on to this one moment the whole time. I know you have.
So, all right. So, pirate ships.
Yeah.
And helicopters.
Yeah.
That was a really awesome third act.
Liked it.
I believe what you thought I was going to say.
I thought, yeah.
Nolan fucking North.
He's in the movie.
Has a cameo in this movie.
Yes, he does.
As you probably would expect.
I knew he was in the movie. It's been confirmed that he's in the movie.
I was so happy. Like as soon as like he showed up as they were like coming up on the beach, he was like, whoa, what happened to you guys? And I was like, oh shit, it's Nolan North. It's Uncharted in the movie.
I love fell out of a plane, swam to shore. I think something similar happened to me once.
You've done well.
That was cute.
I thought this is going to be weird.
Yeah.
When I saw him, I thought for a second, for some strange reason, that's Saul Goodman from Breaking Bad.
Oh my god, you thought it was Bob Odenkirk?
I was like, wait a second. And I thought it was Bob Odenkirk, but I was like, wait, is that Saul? Like, I could see him being like on an island somewhere. But
that's the boy. That's the boy, Nolan North. I love he's just out there sipping pina coladas or something.
Man.
He's just chilling on a beach.
Yep.
You know, got his toes in the sand, bro.
In the Philippines, baby.
Yeah, baby. No, I liked all that. No. I'm with you. The pirate ship set piece, I think, is the best set piece in the movie.
So cool.
And I thought it was cool. Totally defies all laws of physics.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
There's literally like
That's not how any of that works.
none of that works that way.
Like so they get the ships out of that cave.
Yeah.
And, like as soon as I step into the cave and the ships are in there, I was
yeah.
like, how'd the ships get in there?
Who cares?
Like what the fuck?
Who cares? Who cares?
and
this is
then-
the same franchise that put a German submarine in the middle of an Amazon rainforest. You know, who cares?
But it was just like as soon as they like lifted him out, I was like, naturally, the pirates took their helicopters and dropped them in. That's exactly what happened.
Dude, I can't believe they didn't put who's the explorer? Magellan? Magellan? Yeah. I cannot believe they did not put his skeleton in the ship.
Because I think he was eaten alive. I think he was eaten, cannibalized.
Who cares?
I think he wouldn't be there. He'd be dead.
I think the only thing real about the fiction of this is that Magellan went around the world. And then from there they were like, gold, sure, fuck it.
He did die in Indonesia.
Did they at every point?
He did die before he got back.
Yeah.
Yeah. He died in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my point. Yeah. My question is, in the beginning of the movie, the first act, did they ever say the gold was worth $5 billion? Did I miss that line?
Yeah,
it's in the trailer.
They said
Do
it.
they?
I remember
They said it?
Like he was like he's at $5 billion easy. Mark Wahlberg just
He said that? I just missed it.
I don't remember that.
It was when Nathan broke into his apartment and he was trying to sell him on the
Yeah,
idea.
I know.
Okay.
I know that's the scene that it was supposed to take place in, but I guess I just missed it.
Yeah.
I know it's in the trailer because
Yeah,
I saw it in the trailer, but yeah. So at the end, we got about halfway through the movie. I was like, what are the stakes of this again? Like, what is the value of this treasure? I've just totally over my head. I have no idea how much is worth. $5 billion is a lot.
It kind of explains why they did what they like. I mean, killing the big villain who was gonna take the money. Obviously they would
to put that in
screw 'em
perspective, the treasure in Uncharted 4, which is essentially the same treasure, it's just a pirate ship full of gold.
Yeah.
It's about $400 million.
Still a lot, but $5 billion.
Yeah, so it's just like. But
I imagine it's like gold doubloons though. These are like hunks of like gold, like fucking artifacts.
Gold Captain America shield.
Fucking yeah, there's a whole gold shield, gold like.
I can't believe they didn't make a Captain America reference.
Golden
You had the
necklace.
MCU boy right there. Why didn't you make a
Yeah.
reference?
I'm happy they didn't. I was waiting for it. I was like, "There's a reference."
That
coming,
probably
and
would
they
have.
didn't.
That probably would. I forgot to mention it in the spoiler-free segment, but like, sure, I groaned 2 or 3 times during the movie when they made some egregious reference, but it was never like so egregious to where I was like, "Oh my god!" Like it was never like terrible. It was just always there was like when they did the well joke, I was like,
Yeah,
ugh,
yeah.
really? Okay, fine, whatever. Or like, too much double crossing.
Yeah.
That was my. I
Too
didn't want
much.
to bring that up in the spoiler free part.
Yeah.
Good, I didn't. But yeah, it kind of felt like someone's gonna get betrayed.
Yeah.
Now, and then they did.
I didn't need the twist villain at the end. It's like just keep it as Antonio Banderas. Like
I mean, if we're gonna keep that theme of double crossing and greed and selfishness and stuff, then yeah, I liked it. But the only problem is that the villain you replaced Antonio Banderas with not nearly as entertaining as Antonio Banderas.
Yeah, on screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, she's attractive.
Oh, very. I was in love.
I know. At some point, she's like communicating with the boat, and she's like,
So,
"Ready
are
to
you ready to receive? I was like, yes, ma'am.
And I turned to you, I was like, "Ready to receive, huh?" She goes, "I'll receive anything she gives me."
Yeah.
It's like Jesus, dude.
She's a lovely woman.
down bad.
Yep.
She's a lovely woman.
But her portrayal was actually the most made the most sense because he was
I
stonewalling
agree.
her.
I agree.
She could get all the money for herself and had a team to do it. Like, why'd you need him at that
I
point?
think if there's anyone that we really didn't need, it was whenever let's make it to where Chloe betrays.
That was the most egregious one
It's like
to
what
me.
the hell? Like
To me,
Definitely.
and
I was working for them the whole time. He hired me at the same
And
time.
Twice that happened.
but you know what? I kind of like it because it feeds into how Chloe's relationship with Nate ends by the end of the movie. Because Because if that betrayal doesn't happen, then he doesn't do his own double cross.
Yeah.
But his double cross is a test. He's going because he is a good guy. I was fully expecting him to be a good guy, Nate.
I
and
like
go,
that moment.
And go, yeah. So
that
when
was
he was
great.
like, I'm gonna write it down, I'm gonna go to sleep, but I got the real numbers, somewhere else or whatever. So if she decides to betray me again, I've got the upper hand on her. But if not, then we can be friends. And then she makes that choice. And you know what? For those characters, I think that makes sense.
I thought it was cute.
Exactly. So I totally expected her to flip off the helicopter though.
Yeah,
At
I
the end,
love
I
that.
can't
I
believe
love
she
that,
didn't
yeah.
flip off. She's like, "You bastards!" And I was like, "All right, cool, whatever."
Dude,
The gum joke, though, too many times.
Yeah.
Too many times we joked about the gum, but I did like the gum joke.
at the end, yeah.
The callback was great at the
Yeah.
end, but even during it, I did get tired of the number of it, but I always thought it was a fun joke.
Yeah.
You know what I didn't like? And it's gonna upset one of you at least. I didn't like the cat.
Oh, you don't like the cat?
I liked the cat, individual cat,
Yeah.
just as he was used in the movie. My fear is, I'm like, okay.
Oh, that cat's
if they
coming back?
Bring this cat back. Not only if they bring the cat back, it's fine. It's chilling in Sully's apartment. Good.
Yeah.
But if it's like we're gonna take him on.
No, the cat is not coming on
If they-
adventures with us.
It was a
I
joke
just-
at the end that
Yeah.
you brought him with him.
That's it. That's the last time we see the cat outside of
Oh, I
Sully's
hope so.
apartment. That's
I
the
hope
last time. We would never see the cat outside the apartment ever again.
Dude, the fucking I don't remember her.
I don't think we're getting a sequel to
Barrett,
this
was her
movie,
name?
first of all.
I
But
don't think. I think it's gonna be kind of easy to get it, to be honest.
if this movie makes $300 million, sure.
Her name was Barrett. Was that what it was?
Something like that.
She got fucking crushed by that pirate ship.
Dude, that shit was crazy.
Holy
Yo,
shit.
she hit the water, and I was like, that's a bad way to go. She's
Yeah,
dead.
That's
She's...
like cracked back.
Yeah,
She's
no,
like in a
her bones are
drown.
broken, and she is drowning in pain.
And then she pops up.
And
Like, oh, what
I
the
was
fuck?
like, what the fuck,
And then
bullshit?
the fucking pirate ship just boom, fucking.
Yep.
And then that one guy where they're weaving between the mountains and shit, and he falls off the side and get fucking side. Pancaked up.
Yeah,
against that
dude.
mountain.
Yeah, dude. They
Holy
did. They
shit.
did a lot with their PG-13 rating. They did a lot with. They did as much as
And
they
then
could.
it made me laugh. So there's like two helicopters taking two ships, right?
Yeah.
And then the bad guys flying the helicopter, they get like stuck on a mountain and like nose dives
Yeah,
onto
yeah,
like
yeah.
the tip of the mountain. And you lean over to me and you go, think those guys are all right? And I go, yeah, definitely. They're gonna be in the sequel. Yeah.
Okay, good. I liked those guys. You know what's funny? That the Irishman, the Scottishman, his joke of the whatever he says to Nate, and it's incomprehensible to
Didn't
American.
need it twice.
Didn't need it. No, when we go to the club, I didn't need it again. But it was supplemented with the got it. Sex on a beach. I got you. Like that joke, I like.
But whenever he says the exact same line twice in the fucking heist.
But here's the thing. That joke is in the trailer, and it didn't play in the trailer, but it worked for me in the movie. Like, I laughed at it in the movie. I didn't laugh at it in the trailer. In the trailer, I went, okay, cool, whatever.
One subtle use of that joke that I liked, at least I thought it was a joke, like they did it intentionally, was when they were checking the plane to see where Chloe was. He says something in response to, the main villain. I can't remember her name.
Oh, I don't know.
And he says, he confirms something, but it's completely unintelligible. And she does like a quick glance back at him and just like looks forward again. Something along the lines happens, like secretly, like she doesn't even know that he's
subtly she went, the fuck
Like,
did
what?
he I don't care.
Yeah. At least when watching that scene, it looked like that's what happened. It was very, very, very small and didn't have like any emphasis on it.
I like towards the beginning of the movie, like the heist scene where he's like gonna go shut off the power. And then Tavin leans over. He goes. If he has to open boxes to look for a crowbar, I'm gonna like.
Well, I thought it was hilarious because they're like, yeah, man, we're gonna steal this cross, and I feel Phil go, oh boy, and then Mark Wahlberg goes, and you're gonna shut off the power, and Phil goes, seriously, like really, we're literally just doing the same thing again, but. I thought the way they subverted that was clever with the swinging on the chandelier shit.
Yeah,
like
I thought it was cute.
That was fun. That was cool. That that bit worked for me. It was a cool way to twist things up when he pulls his jacket off and switches it out and becomes a waiter.
Yeah,
I was like, all right, come on now. But then every moment where I was like, oh boy, there was immediately a moment of, okay, that's actually cool.
yeah, it was cool.
So like Sully puts on the red jacket and I go, really, the red jacket too? We're taking that from the game also. And then he takes the case and he walks outside, and then the girl stops him, and then it's immediately met with the guards coming in, and as
She's trying to steal.
Okay, I got this. Good luck, guys. Like, I'm like, that's fun. That's good. That's exactly what this movie needed. No, man, I liked this movie. I liked it.
It was fun.
You know,
It was fun,
It
yeah.
wasn't great by any means.
No,
definitely like. For example, over this last week, I've been rewatching the Planet of the Apes trilogy, the Matt Reeves trilogy. Did you just ugh?
I mean, because I immediately think of the Mark Wahlberg one.
Oh, why?
It sticks in your mind.
No, I've been watching the new ones. And for example, I didn't even look to see if they were available on any type of streaming service. I was just like, you know what? I know these movies are good. I'm just gonna buy them and add them to my digital library, and that's just what it is. Never doing this with this movie. No, absolutely fucking not. No, I gotta be like 3-4 drinks in, or just bored on a Saturday afternoon, and it's on
to
the sci-fi show. Yeah, to rent it, I need to be drinks in. If I'm just like chilling at home or whatever, and I see it on TV, which that never happens because I would just play an Uncharted game. But
That being said, the movie was better than this moment in the game right here. I'll say that. Definitely.
Yeah.
This part's not great.
This part was rage-inducing for Phil. Rage-inducing. Yeah.
It is set up in a really difficult way,
honestly. I just like the when we actually get to the city and then it's the flame dudes. I just like that part more.
Yo, the flame dudes.
I don't like the flame dudes.
Oh,
how bad?
There was no supernatural.
I was totally expecting one too.
I was thinking in the urns, like you were gonna have some weird.
Oh,
thing.
dude, yeah.
Like some kind of zombie shit, like or some like weird spirit or something.
Maybe we wait. Maybe we wait for a sequel. Get in a sequel.
They
But at this point, like, do we want that?
I just made him salty because there's no gold.
Dude, I want frog people. That's what I want.
You want the frog people?
They were my favorite.
Give me my big purple Hulks. Where are my big purple Hulks?
Those guys are really intimidating.
It's probably too expensive for the budget they had. They were like, we could either do the plane or we can have bad-looking CGI frog people. What do we want?
I'd love if we get a Lazarevich in the next one.
That'd be good.
It would be what it is.
Classic Russian.
It would be what it is. I think they want to tell original stories is the thing.
Yeah.
And then just ape the moments of Uncharted that everybody remembers, but the story they're gonna be like, all right, let's do the.
I remember this. I remember when he was on the train and he on the plane and.
Now see it in live action.
Exactly.
Time to roll.
It was when what was the moment where when he puts the flame underneath the postcard and both me and Phil go, oh,
they did that in the beginning.
Yeah,
of the
and then
movie.
we instantly like made fun of ourselves because we're like, we're fucking idiots. Like this isn't a good thing just because they showed it to us an hour ago. Like, no, all right, Uncharted the movie.
Yeah, it was good.
What more can you say, man? It was fun. Had a good time. I would. Okay.
Insane experience in the theater.
Okay. If you're not gonna use the theme in the big fucking hero moments, keep it just to the one cameo. Just keep it to the Nolan North cameo, and that's it. The fact that they brought it again in the third act, but not even when he's doing anything cool, just when he's putting on the gun holster, we're gonna we're gonna put the music on. But the big hero shots, nothing. We're gonna play our generic ass fucking bullshit theme. No, play the theme. Play the theme during the whole movie, but like in segments. And then when we get to the third act, big ass blaring, like it's like Avengers wrote this a decade ago.
You gotta have your applause breaks.
Literally. Yeah. The Uncharted movies are movies where we can have applause breaks. Give us them.
As Scorsese would say, they're roller coasters.
It's 1,000%. The Uncharted is a roller coaster. Like
theme park rides.
Exactly. Even as video games, they're theme park rides. Like this is the most simple gameplay you could ever imagine. You guys are just watching Uncharted 3 gameplay now. That's all you guys are doing now.
I'm waiting for him to die.
Huh?
I'm waiting for him to die.
Again?
Yeah.
He's gonna do it
several times.
He's gonna do it. I think I remember this. I think this is. Oh, is it done? No, it's not done. I think this is like run. This is like no. I think this is you getting close and then dying.
Oh.
Yeah, you're dying in this next firefight.
Damn.
I'm almost
certain.
certain.
Remembers it.
If I remember correctly.
I think this is the run.
This is what our Uncharted movie review has turned into. It's just us watching.
Uncharted 3.
Hype Uncharted
with
3.
no audio.
With no audio. Yeah. This grenade right here is gonna do it.
Yeah. Because I threw the first one, but I couldn't get the second one.
Yep.
Anyways,
ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for our Uncharted movie review, our very first movie review on the channel.
Thank you. Video game movie, it counts. Fuck you.
It does. I mean, I like movies. We could do movies at some point, but when we have time. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Remember, you can catch full Two Penny Games Cast podcast over Monday, 8 a.m. Central Time. This will not be connected to that, Connor, just so you know.
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah, this is its own.
This is a movie, not a game.
Yeah.
Movie.
Yeah. Anyways, you can catch the full podcast Monday, 8 a.m. Central Time, youtube.com/2pennygamescast, or mainstream audio podcast services of your choice. You can catch us live, twitch.tv/2pennygames. I'm live, all weekend, all week, playing Horizon Forbidden West, so come watch me play that. But also, on Tuesday, 2 p.m. Central, I will be continuing my first playthrough of Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage.
Yep.
And Phil will
finishing it.
probably finishing it this week, and then Phil will be continuing, probably not finishing Uncharted 4: A Thief's.
Oh, I'm gonna finish it.
No, we're not gonna finish.
Which part were you on?
Have we made it to the island? We've made it to the island. No, we're at the island. We just met up with. We've re-met with Sam, and we're at Libertalia. But
Okay.
we broke in. If you remember, we broke into the bank, and all the gold is gone. The gold was in the bank, and it's no longer in the bank, and we're about to find out why, and then we're about to get some exciting bits, and then we're gonna get to the slow bit. Connor, remember the slow bit near the end of the game?
Can I tell you something?
We're gonna get. That's probably where we're gonna stop.
Can I tell you something, Tavin?
Yeah.
I don't think we're as far as you think we are.
What do you mean?
Because we're like outside that like battling area.
No, we went inside and stopped.
Right, but there was never like, oh, there's nothing in the bank.
Literally, as soon as they walk into that room, they were like, "Oh, there's nothing here."
Oh, I don't remember that.
It's because you talk over the dialogue and then stay quiet during the gameplay.
Well, I'm focused during the gameplay.
Yeah, we'll focus on the dialogue. Yeah, Phil, who is the main pirate we're following in that game?
Fucking Thomas 2.
No, that's the second guy.
That's his friend.
That's his friend. That's
his friend.
That's number 2. It is important that you remember that name, but it's not the guy.
Fuck. It was.
They quote him in the beginning of the game. They quote him. He gets the quote. You know how every Uncharted game starts with a quote?
Yeah. I don't remember.
First name starts with an H. Last name starts with an A. They've got the same vowels. Tuesday, twitch.tv/2pennygames, 2 p.m. Central Time. I'll tell you off camera.
I forgot.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, follow, all that fun stuff. But until next time, have a great time. Phil, Connor, say goodbye to the people.